never been anybody to do it. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey, there's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw, there's no one that can match me.
My name is Castano In. I'm a 15-year-old amateur boxer, giving my views and opinions on everything boxing related. I'm here to give you guys consistent, reliable, unbiased commentary. Boxing is my passion, slaying trolls is my hobby. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Brian Castano gets brutally knocked out in the 10th round against Jermell Charlo, and that makes Jermell Charlo the undisputed 154-pound champion. So salute to Jermell Charlo for stopping a very durable and game opponent and former champion, WBO champion Brian Castano. He knocked Brian Castano out with the first knockdown was with a left hook, which had a delayed reaction on Brian Castano. Then he fell to the canvas. Brian Castano got up, but his legs was really all over the place. They were scrambled like scrambled eggs. Okay. Then Jermell Charlo, he caught him with a uppercut and a body shot, and then he dropped him. And then after that, the ref stopped the fight. So it was a great fight to see. It was definitely a fight of the year contender. Jermell Charlo, he had a lot of problems with the hand speed of Brian Castano. The fact that Brian Castano was able to feint so well. And Brian Castano was able to counter Jermell Charlo so much with the overhand right and the left hook. Jermell Charlo came out swinging in the first 2 rounds. And I thought he won those rounds by going down to the body with a straight right hand, left hook and right hook down to the body. But Brian Castano started to feint more. Started to catch Jermell Charlo with the overhand right, throw the straight right hand down to the body, and started to back Jermell Charlo up and hit Jermell Charlo with a lot of heavy, quick combinations, blistering combinations. And even managed to stumble Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo, he definitely showed he had a chin because he was taking a lot of hard combinations from Brian Castano. Brian Castano, he started to control most of the middle half of that fight. And, Charlo was dogging out with him. They was both chucking it, throwing body shots. But, the problem was that a lot of these shots were getting blocked by Brian Castano. And Brian Castano was doing a very, very excellent job of countering, Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo, he was not staying off the ropes. And that's why he was letting Brian Castano bully him in the ring because he kept moving. And then Brian Castano cut him off, hit him with the left hook, hit him with 4 or 5 punch combination. And, Jermell Charlo, towards the later half of the fight, the last 2 rounds, he stunned Brian Castano. Brian Castano seemed to let the gas off. And then we seen that Jermell Charlo to sit down more of his shots and stop trying to go for a knockout blow. He started to throw the 1-2 more, throw his jab more and more. Started to pot shot and try to lure Brian Castano, and that's when he started to stun Brian Castano more and more, and started to have Brian Castano reluctant to throw his punches. And then, then the knockout came. So, Brian Castano, he showed why it's important to have a second game plan if your first plan doesn't work, which is coming forward and trying to, counter and outwork Jermell Charlo, because Jermell Charlo took advantage of the fact that Brian Castano has a shorter arm reach. And, Brian Castano showed a lot of heart, but he ultimately could not continue against Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo showed that he had very, very good finishing power. Jermell Charlo, this is a historic fight for him, though, because he becomes now the 7th undisputed champion in the history of sport of boxing. I'm glad that him and Brian Castano fought twice. That, Charlo, he took the fight and that Castano took the fight, because there's a lot of schmuckery and duckery that goes on in the sport of boxing. This was definitely the best fight of the year so far. That being said, though, I definitely have to give a lot of salute and love to Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo, but also to Derrick James. Derrick James, he showed why he is the best trainer in the sport of boxing. I know a lot of Rabbit Canelo fans are going to say that Adrian also is, but that's not true. This man has an undisputed champion, one of the few undisputed champions in history, and a 3-belt unified champion who's about to fight Terrence Crawford. And if he has Errol Spence win, that's two undisputed champions simultaneously. That's a beautiful thing to see. One thing that Jermell Charlo did better in this fight was make adjustments. Like I said, boxing more and listening to Derrick James this time, because in the first fight, he didn't listen to Derrick James. That's what ultimately got him to, my personal opinion, losing against Brian Castano. This fight, he listened to him by saying, Derrick James saying that he need to stop headhunting so much and go down to the body more. So, Brian Castano, he was affected by those body shots. He started to slow down a little more. This was a great fight to watch, though. Both of these fights were chucking it, going at it. I definitely can't wait to see what Jermell Charlo does next. He's a good fighter, a great fighter. I never will support him for him being a jigaboo and a coon, but I hope that he can fight one of his mentors, Tim Tszyu or Sebastian Fundora. Those are very, very good fights to make. But to wrap this up, this is Not Seeing the Dream. Rocking says, Nancy to sleep. I'll house out with another one. Peace.